The things that matter most happen right in our own backyard. Our neighbors, our schools, the places we go, and the people we know. And now there's one news outlet where our story is told. Delaware Live. Locally owned, community-based news. Free to every reader, because Delaware's future belongs to all of us. Quality journalism we can trust to help us take on the day. Delaware Live. Our state, our news, our home.
Welcome to Smyrna High School for tonight's Henlopen North Boys Basketball matchup between the Cape Henlopen Vikings and the Smyrna Eagles. Thanks for joining us here on this live stream. I'm Glenn Fraser with Pat Gariantis. On the video camera is Nick Halliday, and roaming around the Smyrna Gymnasium is our still photographer, Ben Fulton. The Cape Henlopen Vikings are coming off 4 straight losses after they started the season at 3-0. And I talked to head coach Stephen Ray during the JV game, and he said one of the reasons why one of their starting players, Jamison Tingle, has missed the last 3 weeks due to an ankle injury. As soon as he went down, they went on this 4-game losing streak. He said, we scrimmaged William Penn, and we've seen William Penn. They're a very good ball club. We actually beat them in the scrimmage, and we played well early in the season. But right now we've got to get back in the swing of things. And he says it's going to be important to see just how much Tingle can go tonight in the game, Pat, how well that leg is.
Yeah, we'll see. And you look down there, I mean, he doesn't look like a freshman. He's got a great build to him. Obviously, you know, he's an important part of what they do. He's a player that I don't think a whole lot around the state are going to know quite yet. Well, we're going to find out. You know, they've got a little bit of talent here with the freshmen as well. Him, Cameron Trammell, another freshman, or Tremella, sorry about that.
That's all right.
Averaging 9 a game. He's a senior. Jacob Shell, he's averaging 15 points a game. He obviously can clean it up on the boards. I enjoyed him last year, seeing him a few times. This Cape team may be a team that not a lot of folks are keeping an eye on, but they're going to be someone to watch as this season progresses for sure. And we'll see how Tingle's feeling today. I think you'll know early if he's got his explosiveness or not. Head
coach Stephen Ray is in his 11th overall season at Cape. This is his second stint. He was the head coach from 2011 to 2019. Then he was rehired after he left the program last season. His Vikings beat Smyrna on their home floor earlier this season by a score of 61-44. They are led by, as you said, Shell, Downing, Ortiz, Villeman, and Trammell. Now, Smyrna, they've played well. They're off to a 5-2 start. That's already 2 more wins than they had all of last year. The worst record in Coach Andrew Amir's stint here at Smyrna. He had a very young team last year and experience. He knew that they were going to struggle. They're still young this year, but they do have a senior leader in Obi Coleman.
Yeah, he can play above the rim, Glenn. He's an exciting, electrifying athlete. He's second leading scorer on the team this year, averaging 13 points per game. But like I said, I mean, he can make a lot of things happen with his athleticism. He'll clean up on the boards. He can block shots, can get out in transition, and he can finish above the rim as well. So he is an electrifying player for sure. It's good to see Smyrna, bounce back after a tough season last year. So, I mean, you got Coleman, you got a Jalen Williams as a senior that can help out. And then you got 3 sophomores that I think we should really keep an eye on. Logan Shaw is an outside shooter, can knock down from the 3. Chase Sullivan, a good point guard. Coach describes him as a high IQ basketball player. And then Maurice Kilgo, their leading scorer, sophomore, averaging just under 15 a game, can fill it up as well. It's a good bounce back year for this Smyrna group. I'm excited to see him.
With that 5-2 record for Smyrna, one of their key wins was a 3-point win in a low-scoring affair with Caravel Academy. And they won that game 38-35. I was watching a little film on the NFHS network on a playback of that game. Very, very tough defensive ball game between those two. Struggled scoring, but we'll see what happens tonight on this floor. We've got a good crowd in here tonight, and, boy, they were loud during that junior varsity game.
Yeah, they were. How about that? Always impressive whenever you can get the gym rattling like that. Good acoustics in here. We got the band ready to go, and they're playing some hits. Let me tell you, already had a little little Fugees a little bit earlier, so I'm pumped for the atmosphere. Always good here at Smyrna High School, Glenn.
Of course, Pat's alluding to the regiment in red.
That's right.
Across the gym from our vantage point, we'll be in the second level, looking down on the floor and looking across at the team benches and the scorers table. Well, we got a few minutes, Pat. Why don't we take a look at our new top 10 in boys hoops? And this was just released today on our website at Delaware Live Sports, DelawareLive.com. So you saw these two. You called the game Sunday. New number 1, undefeated St. E's, 7-0, knocking off Salesianum. The Sal's record's 4-5. But I heard you say during the broadcast they played some really good competition and lost to some very good teams.
They did, including one of the top teams in the region, if not the country, in Archbishop Woods. So, look, the Sal's are extremely talented. They're the defending state champions. They obviously have returned, quite a bit. 4 extremely key players from that team last year. And then guys like Brown have really stepped up as role players for them. But, I mean, St. E's, they topped them because St. E's can match the talent and play hard for 32 minutes. And that's really the difference in that game. Sally's missed some uncharacteristic shots down low. Could have turned the tide maybe in their favor if they knocked those down. But both of those teams are extremely impressive at the top. I think that they're appropriately up there. And then, I mean, there's a lot of talent below them as well. Now, don't get me wrong.
Yep. And number 3 is the Dover Senators with a 6-1 mark. Now, they played on Saturday. They edged Sanford on the road, 61-59. Coach Stephen Wilson always has that Dover team playing at a high level. And we're going to see him next week.
Without a doubt. And, that's just, they're always going to be a well-coached program. It's guys graduate, guys transfer, and they just fill in. It's really, really impressive what he's been able to do with that program. And once again, Dover's going to be a team to keep an eye on as this season progresses, because I mean that's a big time win against a tough Sanford team on the road.
Yep.
Really well done for that group.
All right, coming in at number 4, the Middletown Cavaliers. They're evened up at 3-3. They defeated St. George's Tech over the weekend to even their record. Now, Apo was number 5, but they have dropped out of the top 10 after that loss to William Penn. They have a 4-3 record. Those two teams we will see next Friday. A week from Friday, we'll be up at Apo High for that intra-district game between those two rivals. So coming in at number 5 now, the aforementioned William Penn Colonials with a 4-2 record. I'm telling you what, they're playing at a high level as well.
Yeah, Jalen Horsey is coming to his own there. He's been a good addition for that team. Emmanuel Vaughn, we talked about him for a few years now. And, I mean, double-double machine. Now he's knocking threes down, Glenn. It's impressive. Yeah, they struggled against St. E's in game 1, but you knew there was going to be a little bit of growing pains with some new faces over there in that program and some guys in new roles. They're starting to adjust to that, so they're looking pretty good right now.
Well, head coach Gary Lumpkin, last year he brought the team along. They got better at the tail end of the season and ended up earning a trip to the finals at the Bob, losing to the Sal's in a close game. I'm thinking that he's doing the same thing, Pat. He's transitioning towards the end of the season so they peak at the right time. Yeah,
and, he's been there. He's fought those battles, played at a high level at Xavier and then, professionally overseas. So, the messaging that is coming from him to his team is the appropriate one. And if you're going to buy into anybody, why not somebody who's played at that level? So he's got those young men's attention. And, yeah, you're exactly right. They will definitely still be there towards the end of the year.
All right, so William Penn is the number 5 team in our latest poll. Number 6, we talked about Sanford, that close loss at home to Middletown. They come in at number 6 at 4-3. New number 7, Odessa, undefeated 8-0. They move up in the rankings. We're going to have to try to see if we can't get a game of theirs somewhere down the road.
Yeah, we'll have to see what the Ducks got going down there for sure.
All right, they're number 7. New number 8, Lake Forest, undefeated at 7-0. Number 9, Mount Pleasant. Again, they were unranked, 8-2 record. They come in at number 9, and St. Mark's at 9-1 holds on to the number 10 spot. They beat Laurel over the weekend, 65-54, and that game was tight until the very end.
Yeah, it sounded like that was a battle between those two teams, and St. Mark's pulled away. That's another program. A lot of new faces there, a lot of young guys that are stepping up in big-time roles. And they got this senior veteran there in Chad Dole who helps out as well. It'll be interesting to see what the Spartans do as the season progresses and they get challenged a little bit more, but they're off to a great start, and that's good to see.
It is Teacher Appreciation Night here tonight at Smyrna High. Now, originally this game was scheduled for last night, but as you all well know, and I hope all of you made it through that horrible storm last night, all the games in the state pretty much were canceled and postponed, and then this game postponed, rescheduled to tonight. So Teacher Appreciation Night, they announced the teachers that are here in attendance, and they came out during pregame. Just about ready to hear the starting lineups being announced to the crowd here tonight. And we'll go ahead and run down those starters for you. For the visiting Cape Henlopen Vikings, once again, both of these head coaches in their 11th season at their respective schools. So starting five for the Cape Vikings, freshman Jordan Downing. He leads the team in three-point shooting. Jamison Tingle back from a 3-week injury. Another freshman starting. Junior Jaden Dukes. Senior averaging 9 points per game, Cameron Trammell. And the leading scorer, rebounder, and also leading the team in field goal percentage, Jacob Schell, another senior. He rounds out the top five. And Pat, 10 different players have scored in Cape's 7 games, so they can go deep off the bench.
Yeah, it's important. And again, this will be a team that, you know, a lot of young guys in this rotation. Those guys are going to continue to develop and adjust to this level of basketball as the season goes on. So it's only going to be more and more impressive as the season goes on.
I should have mentioned overall coaching record. Stephen Ray, overall mark at Cape is 119 wins and 84 losses. And keep in mind, when he coached at Mardella in Maryland back before his first stint with Cape, he won over 100 games down there. So well over 200 wins in the high school coaching career for a great guy, Steve Ray. They are not ranked in our current poll, neither are the Smyrna Eagles. Smyrna, Andrew Mears, also in his 11th season. He has amassed a record here of 150 wins and 73 losses. He got that 150th win the last game out. They won the championship in 2017. That year, his team recorded a record of 23 wins and just 2 losses. His starting five being announced to the crowd now. The leading scorer, sophomore Maurice Kilgo, averaging, as Pat told you earlier, just a shade under 15 points per game. Chase Sullivan, a sophomore. The point guard, also in the starting lineup. Another sophomore, the top 3-point shooter, Logan Shaw. And then a couple of seniors, Jalen Williams, the leading rebounder on the team. And then Obi Coleman, the captain, second leading scorer, and Mr. Versatility, averaging 13 points per game. Those are your starting fives for the ball game here tonight as they turn down the lights here in the Eagles' nest.
Yeah, They don't leave anything to waste here in Eagle Land, man. They do it right.
All right, Pat, we're going to step aside for the national anthem. This is our game of the week, First Teed Orthopedic game of the week, and we thank them for sponsoring the game.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Today we're at Matt's Fish Camp in Fenwick Island, Delaware. Come check us out. Matt's Fish Camp features seafood classics, coastal comfort food, and chef-driven specials that pair perfectly with our large selection of craft ales, curated wine list, and camp cocktails. Matt's offers indoor and outdoor dining and is the perfect place to have dinner with your family, happy hour with friends, or enjoy lunch at the Raw Bar. Matt's Fish Camp in Fenwick Island, Delaware, open 7 days a week year-round. See you soon.
Wraps, signs, banners, and promotional items that can help your business stand out from the rest. Looking for an excellent way to convey a professional image? Customized promotional products are the perfect way to target new customers, increase employee retention, and boost your brand awareness. Let the professionals at Cassidy Graphics bring your advertising ideas to life. Give them a call today at 302-326-2412. Again, that number is 302-326-2412. Again, Cassidy Graphics brings your advertising ideas to life.
First State Orthopedic statewide has 29 physicians at 16 locations. Our physicians and staff provide both non-surgical as well as surgical treatment for almost all orthopedic conditions and injuries. We are specially trained in the current state-of-the-art techniques. We serve as team physician and orthopedic consultant for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local recreational and competitive leagues. Our doctors are readily available to the local emergency departments as well as medical aid units and urgent care centers for consultation and treatment. Call for an appointment today or visit us at firststateortho.com.
Glenn Fraser, Pat Carriantes back here at Smyrna High School. We are ready for the opening tip for this Henlopen Conference North action in boys hoops. Cape Henlopen Vikings and the Smyrna Eagles. And we'll be right back here next Tuesday night when Smyrna takes on the Dover Senators. Get a chance to see Coach Wilson's Dover basketball team. We currently have ranked number 3 in our top 10 poll. Jason Winchell doing a great job with that for us. And here we are, ready to go. Cape's Jacob Shell to jump it up against Smyrna's O.B. Coleman. And the tip won by Shell on the Vikings. Vikings in the sky blue with yellow trim.
That is the correct shade, Glenn. We do not refer to that other school down there.
And Smyrna, of course, in the home whites with the red numbers and trim.
If you don't know the reference, then you don't watch college basketball.
Yeah, right. Good drive into the paint, off the glass. A little too strong, and Smyrna with a rebound. Coming away with it is Kilgo.
I'll tell you what, that was a good drive right there from Trammell. One he's going to want back for sure.
Kilgo's three-point attempt off the mark. Smyrna retains possession. Just underway here.
Man-to-man defense.
Smyrna being very patient. Good drive, but good hands by Shell. He creates the steal. And then good hands down the other end of the floor by Kilgo to get the block.
Was good defensive position from Kilgo.
Pass deep down in the corner. That went to Logan Shaw. And they're going to reset, throw it back out on top.
This sophomore group for the Eagles has the ball in their hands a lot.
Yeah. Sullivan just dished off. Good man-man defense right now by Cape. Turnaround jump shot up and short. Shell with a rebound.
Tough look right there. Not a bad one, though. Makeable shot, I feel.
No score in this one.
Both teams in the man-to-man, Glenn.
Yep. Try to force a pass into Shell, and then he just lost the handle out of bounds. So a little sloppy here to start off.
A little sloppy. Both teams kind of feeling themselves out. Had a missed layup. Things will settle in as this one goes.
Yeah, I want to keep an eye, too, on Jamison Tingle, the freshman. Once again, he's been out for the last 3 weeks with an ankle injury. Just want to see how he's moving out there on the floor.
Good news is he doesn't have any kind of brace or anything on that ankle. That's
right.
A good sign.
Turnaround left-hander. That rattles around and goes in. The bucket is good by O.B. Coleman.
Yeah, he can score down in the post. Like I said, I mean, he's got the athleticism to rise up over most defenders in this state.
Smyrna looks like they're in a 2-1-2 look right now, Pat.
Yeah, they're definitely hinting at a little bit of a matchup.
Cape trying to get a good look. They really want to feed Shell down below, but Smyrna denying him the ball right now. There's Tingle. Cross-court pass. Just good defense right now by Smyrna.
Yeah, and a little bit of stagnation, how about that word, from Cape.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot of off-ball movement.
Three-point shot left wing, that's good. And that goes down by Jordan Downing, the leading three-point shooter on the team.
Oh, you said he could shoot, and he got himself in a great position right there while the defense was rotating. Catch and shoot, and he delivers. First bucket of the game for Cape.
And that puts the Vikes up by a 3-2 count. Three-point shot. Smyrna, that's short. They get the offensive board. Second chance opportunity. The left-hander, that one short. Another rebound. Put back, won't go. But going to the free throw line will be Jalen Williams.
Good work there from Williams again. He was described as a rebounder, and he did exactly that. Got himself in great position on the offensive glass. And the putback attempt nets him some free throws.
I know head coach Stephen Ray is not going to be happy with his defense on the window, allowing Smyrna second chance opportunities. First free throw was up and too strong. And the foul goes against Downing. That's his first.
Take Tingle out.
Right. A good job by coach to get him a breather so he doesn't overuse him here. First game back after the injury. Second free throw on the way, and that one's good. Tie game at 3.
There's some pressure coming here from Smyrna. See if they look to trap. There it is.
Yeah, good job, and they force the turnover. The pass down the floor, breakaway. Oh, he lost the handle. Kilgo tried to go up for a slam.
What a save, and that's exactly it. He went up for the dunk, and sometimes it's 2 points is 2 points, Glenn.
We saw that in the junior varsity game, didn't we?
Yes, we did. 2 points is 2 points.
I should mention that in the JV game, Cape had a double-digit lead in the first half. Smyrna came back and won an exciting junior varsity game.
It was a fun game.
One possession win for the Eagles over the Vikings. 3-3 ball game, 4:20 to go in the low-scoring first quarter. Now Kilgo backs it out. Both teams playing real good D.
And again, there's not a lot of off-ball movement from either offense.
Yeah, good putback that time by Obi Coleman.
Sometimes when the motion isn't there, you got to create your own, and he did that on the offensive boards.
Puts the Eagles up by a 5-3 count. Now Shell has the ball, trying to break down the defense, but they collapse on him.
Here's your. It looks like a zone, but this is it's a man-to-man. It's a matchup.
Yeah.
They're just packing it in. Vikings got to move without the basketball. There's a lot of standing around going on.
Yep. Moving without the ball. Floater won't go. Kilgo with the rebound. He walks it up the floor. 3:30 to go in this opening quarter. Shaw back to Kilgo out top. Now he resets the offense. Will be Coleman. He's guarded by Shell. Dribbles into the paint. His left-hander's up and too strong. Shell with a rebound.
Good positioning there from Shell. He can, like I said, I mean, he's always in good position for rebounding.
Wide open right corner three-point shot on the way, no good. Kilgo with another rebound, but when he came down, he lost his footing and he was out of bounds.
And again, Shell forced that one. Yeah, he was there. He's in good position again. I compared him last year to Tyler Hansbrough.
Yeah.
And that's who he reminds me of, man. He's just good. He's going to be in right position. He's not flashy, but he gets the job done.
And I think you were also mentioning to the aforementioned Sky Blue team. Are you not?
I am. There's another hint for you folks at home.
Left wing three-point shot, no good. Kilgo with yet another defensive rebound. He's had 3 in a row. Under 3 minutes to go, opening quarter. 5-3, Eagles with the ball, and they're on top.
A little bit of motion. How about this?
Coleman takes the 3, rims out. Cape quickly down the floor. They tried to get a good look before Smyrna's defense set. 23 in the game now, Emmanuel Ortiz. He came in for Trammell. I'm sorry, he came in for Tingle. Good drive. Ortiz had an open look, won't take it. No look, went up for the shot, and Smyrna comes away with a loose ball rebound.
It's good. It's good. I mean, a good drive, good opportunity. Couldn't convert with the left hand. Cape's had a couple of shots there that they probably are going to want.
Kilgo. Back out on top, Coleman. And he draws Shell out with him.
Keep going. There you go. Keep going.
Floater. That's good by Kilgo. Tough angle.
He didn't quite trust it on the first drive. But, I mean, that floater's there. Or if, you know, that opposite guy on the wing crashes to the corner, you got that outlet pass there as well. You got to make the defense move. Both these teams a little stagnant off the ball. Again, all the defense is being played on the action where the ball's at. Everyone else has got to move a little bit, force the defenders to potentially get out of position.
Got a whistle on the floor as we're just under a minute and a half to go in the quarter.
Well, too quick on the lines, on the line shifts here.
Yeah. We've got a foul call against Smyrna. It'll be the team's first, both with just one foul here in this opening quarter. And remember the new rule now, there's no more bonus one-on-one, any of that. It's 5 fouls per quarter. Then you go to the free throw line, and at the end of each quarter, the foul total resets. Left corner, 3 ball, off the window, no good. Smyrna with a rebound.
That was freshly entered Steven Civils. Couldn't knock that down.
And there's a three-point shot, and that's buried by number 22, Ryan Jones for the Eagles.
Catch and shoot with confidence from Jones. And Smyrna pulling away a little bit here now, Glenn.
Yeah, it was a 3-3 game. They're on a 7-0 run, 66 seconds to go in the opening quarter, and the Eagles up 10-3. They never did post who that last foul was on for the Eagles.
Yeah, I couldn't see who it was either. And I don't think number 1 has 4 fouls. I think number 4 has 1 foul. I think it's what they were trying to, which I believe would have been Sullivan.
Yeah.
On a foul. Like I said, Aaron Johnson hasn't checked in for the Eagles, and I don't think Jordan Downing, I don't remember him picking up 4 fouls in the quarter.
Yeah, I think that was Tingle for Cape, number 4, and he picked up his first before he went out.
I agree with you. I think you're correct.
And I had put down that the foul was committed by Tingle, but it wasn't, so we're going to take that off of our sheet. All right, out of the timeout, Cape will inbounds in the backcourt. They trail 10-3. The only points in the game, a three-pointer by Downing for the Vikings. And as Pat said, they've had some good looks.
They have.
Just can't get it to go down.
Got to take your time around the rim as if there's no defenders there. Sometimes the anxiety level can raise, and that could throw you off by centimeters when attempting a shot.
Now we got a hand check foul called on Smyrna's Ryan Roney, inserted in the game by Coach Mears. That is his first. And the team's second here in the first quarter, but just 45 seconds to go in this opening quarter. Downing with the ball. Over on the right wing.
Got to move it.
Cross-court pass. Double team on the ball. Good baseline move, but lost his footing. No call. Shell came up with the ball. It looked like we are going to get a tie-up, but instead we've got a foul.
That's just the right place at the right time, for Shell. Off what almost it was about to be a turnover. Smyrna did a great job defensively.
And that foul is the third team foul on the Eagles. The first committed by Ryan Jones. And now with just 22 seconds, there's a right wing three-point shot, rims out. And it's been one and done down here for Cape, while Smyrna has had several second-chance opportunities on their end.
Yeah, Smyrna doing a good job on the boards for sure, Glenn. They've won it here in the first quarter.
We're down to 5 seconds. Right wing three-point shot too strong. Battle for the rebound, won by Cape, and that's at the end of the first quarter. So Smyrna ends the quarter on actually an 8-0 run. They were down 3-2. And we are going to be back for second quarter action right after these words on Delaware Live, powered by 302 Sports.
Your home, your community. It's not just where you live, it's where you belong. At Dover Federal Credit Union, we understand what it means to be local. We started here, and we're not going anywhere. We're as local as it gets, and we like it that way. We're not just a financial institution. We are the local credit union that you can trust. Local people, local decisions. Dover Federal Credit Union.
Back here at Smyrna High for quarter number 2. Cape held a 3-2 advantage about midway through that first quarter, and then Smyrna went on an 8-0 run. To close out the quarter, take a 10-3 lead into this quarter number 2. Let's see who's on the floor now. The Eagles will keep Ryan Jones out there along with Kilgo. Also Ryan Roney, Obi Coleman, and Xavier White. So Coleman and Kilgo, the only two starters still out on the floor for Smyrna. For Cape, Shell still out there, along with Downing. And there's an attempt at a steal. Oh, they kept it alive, and Smyrna will get an easy bucket.
Out hustling right now. Smyrna is just willing their way to buckets right now, fighting through maybe a little bit of a cold shooting start.
Yeah. That was Xavier White, the recipient of that inbound save and the lay-in. Good swing around the right corner. That three-point shot missed everything. Coleman with the rebound.
That was good offense, though, from Cape. Just unable to knock down the shot.
Coleman all the way down the floor with a floater. He drew the contact, but they're going to call the foul on him.
Good work stepping in by Trammell. Sacrificing the body, taking the charge. I tell you what, head football coach Mike Judy just walked in the building here, and he's unrecognizable without the beard. I gotta say, it's takes you a little bit. You gotta almost double take.
Smyrna up now, 12-3. Good crossover dribble. A little bit more movement without the ball. Shell goes up with a shot, has it rejected by Coleman, and then a steal. Kilgo runs the floor. Goes all the way down, puts up the left-hander, won't go down. And rebound handled by Cape.
And Tingle nearly turns it over. Again, I mean, Smyrna just seems to be, they're playing now at about 60 miles an hour. Cape's still revving up at about 45. You know, Cape's just got to up their energy a little bit. And they got to move without the basketball on offense, and they'll get themselves set up with some better shots to crawl back into this.
Cape's only made the one shot.
Yeah.
Smyrna on a 10-0 run. Good drive into the paint, kick out. And now taking the three-point shot just right of the circle, and that's good. And that goes down by Tingle, his first points of the game.
There it was. Good offense. You got into the lane. The whole defense collapsed. You kicked it out to an open shooter.
Three-point down the other end, down the right corner. That's no good. Battle for the rebound.
Coleman's out of bounds.
Yeah, they're going to get the ball to Cape. Yeah, on the deck, Coleman tried to save it. Now we have wholesale changes by Smyrna. They're going to get Shaw back in the game. They're going to get Williams back in the game. Coleman stays out there. Kilgo stays out there, and Sullivan. So the starting five back on the floor for Smyrna.
Another freshman in for Cape, Oz Bassett, number 22, here in the corner with the ball.
Okay. They are really trying hard to get the ball down underneath the shell.
And now they're packing it in.
Yeah.
For sure, Smyrna is. That's a good move.
Step back shot hit the back of the rim. Shell kept it alive, but Coleman comes away with a loose ball. He runs to the floor all the way down. And his shot was tipped out of bounds.
Good defense, and that's one where I like to see Obi don't fade away.
Right.
Go into the defense, or if you can Euro step and get yourself in front of the rim, fading away there, not one you want to do.
Shot on the way. No good, and that time Smyrna limited to one shot by the Vikings.
It's a good look. Just got to knock that one down.
Pass underneath the shell. A quick move. Turnaround floater. That's good. That's what he's got to do. Get the ball and move quick with it before they collapse on him.
He did a good job. He felt the defense on his back, shifted his weight with the floater fadeaway. Tell me that didn't look like Tyler Hansbrough for anyone who's old enough to remember watching Tyler Hansbrough play.
So Smyrna was on a 10-0 run. Now it's a 5-0 run for Cape to cut the lead down to 4. High off the window. Won't go. Put back, and that doesn't go. And a rebound to Tingle.
Tingle's energy level has picked up here, which is going to be good for Cape.
Hesitation dribble. Good bounce pass. Left of the circle. Three-point shot. Rims out.
Good hustle.
Yeah, good hustle. That was Oz Bassett who came away with a loose ball. Inside the three-point line, and that one goes down for Tingle. He's 5 straight points.
They figured some things out. Again, you see them, Glenn, they're playing with more energy now. Getting themselves in sets, playing more confidently, and they've got themselves right back into this game on a 7-0 run.
I'm sorry, that's 4 points now for Tingle. He scored the last 4. And now it's a one-possession lead for the Eagles at 12-10. Kilgo thought about it 3, dribbles to the free throw line, then backs out. Pass underneath to Williams. Up and under. No, but he got the contact, and Williams will go to the line.
Yeah, he saw the freshman on him and decided to take it down into the paint and kind of use the strength advantage and gets himself to the free throw line. I'd like to see him finish with the left hand there, though. I think he may have been able to convert an and one if he was able to if he was able to do that.
Williams 1 for 2 from the line in the game. He missed that one, now 1 out of 3. Now Cape makes a change. Coming in the game is Trammell, and he gives Downing a breather. Coach Ray with 4 freshmen on the team, on the roster, and he gets them all in the game. Second one is good. 2 points now for Williams. And that snaps that 7-0 run by the Vikings.
Does. Let's see if that gets Smyrna kind of back grounded.
We're midway through the second quarter. 1 possession lead for Smyrna, 13-10, and they got a reach-in foul that's on Williams. That'd be his second.
He got a little too aggressive on Bassett there. Bassett's come in and kind of provide a little bit of a spark, comes at least at energy-wise.
Left wing 3-point shot grazes the rim, and then we've got a foul on the floor against the Eagles.
Yeah, they're going to get Williams again. He has 2 quick ones right there.
Now, they just posted him with that being his first foul, the previous one.
Oh, they
switched
it.
That one goes on Coleman. That's his second. And team foul number 3. So if Cape works this right to their advantage, they could get Smyrna into that 5th team foul here.
Coach Mears is pleading because they put 24 on the board.
Yeah.
And I don't – are they saying it was 24? It was, so that's big.
Yeah, it is. He's going to have to get Coleman out of the game.
Yeah. The official was holding up 25. I thought it was on 25, but it ends up being on 24. So,
well, all right, Cape, opportunity to tie things up here. And now we got an offensive foul called on Tingle.
That's a tough one. I mean, Tingle with the drive, he tried to avoid the contact.
That's his second, the team second here in the second quarter. 3:50 to go in this first half. Cape has come back, storming back here in the second quarter. They were down 10-3 at the end of one. It's now 13-10 Eagles. A little backcourt pressure.
I like this here from Cape. Good work from Smyrna, though.
Little floater, and that's good. Good shot by freshman Aaron Johnson, first points of the game.
Nice work there from Johnson. Another freshman. A lot of 9th graders in this game, Glenn.
Well, I heard both coaches tell me we're young. We're
Yep.
inexperienced. We have a couple of senior leaders, Coleman for Smyrna and Shell for Cape Henlopen, and then it's a lot of young players. Boy, Coach Mears off the bench. He wanted a reach-in foul there.
They had a legitimate
Free throw jump shot, and that's good by Chase Sullivan.
Nice work from Sullivan. That was a tough shot. Good footwork, good form, knocking it down.
He had a hand right in his face. So now Smyrna up by 7.
Good answer. Right, Glenn? I mean, they get that lead. It was trimmed down to 2, and they've answered right back with 5 of their own after the 7-0 run from Cape.
Shell comes back on the floor for Cape. Also joining him is Downing, and going out Ortiz, and it looks like Bassett. So both teams pretty deep. They can go 9, 10 players deep, and that's a good luxury to have.
Well, especially when you're trying to get these young guys game experience. I think it's important. You got young rotations. Why not expand it a little bit?
Yeah. Downing telegraphed that pass. Kilgo all the way down and lays it in. And he was smart that time. He didn't try to dunk it.
2 points is 2 points, Glenn. Nice work from the sophomore.
Now Smyrna up 19-10, their largest lead of the game. Over in the left corner. Defense quickly getting up on the shooter. Cape swings the ball around the perimeter.
Good defense from Kilgo there. Good show.
Good pass. Oh, almost another steal, and then he created the turnover all the way down the floor. High off the glass, it goes and one. That is number 1, Aaron Johnson. The freshman does it again.
Johnny's a blur in the open court. Just flew down the center and was able to finish at the rim to convert the and one. That was a good look down low for For Tingle, it was just a split second too late.
Yeah.
So
Kilgo got a hand in
yes.
there, disrupted that play, and that allowed the freshman Johnson to get down the floor. Free throw on the way, and he completes the old-fashioned three-pointer. Smyrna now up 22-10 on the Vikings.
Hey, good work at a nice 10-0 run after surrendering 7 in a row.
Right. Kate trying to end that run. Get something on the board here. Off the glass, a little too strong, no good. Kilgo with yet another rebound. That must be 5 for him here in this first half. All the way down the floor, good move. And then put back with a left hand for number 4, Chase Sullivan.
Hey, Cape struggling to get back in transition now 2 times in a row.
Three-pointer up, and that will end Smyrna's 12-0 run. That three-pointer good by Downing. And we got a timeout on the floor as we keep it right here, Pat.
Yeah, the Vikings, I feel like they just kind of lost their focus there those last couple of minutes, and Smyrna was able to get out on the run, convert some and ones, get to the free throw line, really kind of take control over the course of these last, 3 minutes or so. Good timeout here by Coach Ray. Again, you got a young team. There's going to be a lot of teaching moments, and they're going through that right now. Himself and his staff.
Cape so far has made 5 baskets. 3 have been long range. And that's helped them to get back into the game when they had it down to 1 possession. But, you hear everybody say it. Basketball is a game of runs, and we've had 3 good runs already in this first half.
Absolutely. And, I think, again, the youth, going from middle school to varsity basketball, the speed difference is night and day. So, what used to be fast and playing fast is now playing slow at this level. And there's a little bit of adjustment there. The Eagles are taking advantage of it.
Kilgo lays it off, yeah. They broke the press, and he got an easy look. Kilgo now with 6 points in the game. Good kick out. Right corner, 3 ball on the way, too strong. And the rebound goes to Smyrna's Sullivan. Sullivan's pass down the floor, up and up. No, I can't get the shot to go. A little bit out of control was Jalen Williams.
A little bit. Good defense there from Shell to at least affect the shot a little bit.
Good call, Pat. Again, they tried to get the ball into Shell. It was batted away. Under 45 seconds to go in the half. And we've got a traveling violation. Good defense there by Chase Sullivan. That was a sophomore guarding a freshman.
And just the size difference there.
Yeah.
Sybil's good move, but it's tough when you got to try and break down the space of a taller defender like that. Sometimes you spin, and you're typically by someone your own size. Now you're not. It can kind of throw you off.
Under 30 seconds to go in the half. Kilgo looks like he might be holding the ball for the final shot. Let's see. Down to 20 seconds to go. Yeah, they're holding on to it. Oh, there's a trip and a foul. I think it was kind of inadvertent, but it did happen and send him to the deck. So going to, no, it won't be the free throw line yet. That's only the 14th foul. And that foul will go against the freshman, Steven Sibbles. That's his first. Shaw attempted a cross-court pass, was batted out of bounds. And, Pat, that stops the clock with 14 and a half to go.
Plenty of time here to get a good look.
Smyrna already has doubled up Cape here, 26-13. See who takes the final shot of the half. For Smyrna, unless they turn the ball over. All the way down, floater is up, and he gets the friendly home rim bounce. That is number 1 Aaron Johnson, and that's how the half comes to an end. Big run by Smyrna at the end of the half to take a 28-13 lead.
I'm impressed. I'm impressed with the freshman there for Smyrna. Comes off the bench and provides a spark for his team. Impressive finish both to the first quarter and the second quarter from Smyrna to extend their lead here. Eagles looking good. Looking good early.
Smyrna trying to avenge an early season loss down in Lewis to Cape, 61-44. they're looking good to get that revenge right now, up 28-13 at the half. Pat and I will be back after these messages on Delaware Live, powered by 302 Sports.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Soto Concepts. Today we're at Matt's Fish Camp in Fenwick Island, Delaware. Come check us out. Matt's Fish Camp features seafood classics, coastal comfort food, and chef-driven specials that pair perfectly with our large selection of craft ales, curated wine list, and camp cocktails. Matt's offers indoor and outdoor dining and is the perfect place to have dinner with your family, happy hour with friends, or enjoy lunch at the Raw Bar. Matt's Fish Camp in Fenwick Island, Delaware, open 7 days a week year-round. See you soon.
Wraps, signs, banners, and promotional items that can help your business stand out from the rest. Looking for an excellent way to convey a professional image? Customized promotional products are the perfect way to target new customers, increase employee retention, and boost your brand awareness. Let the professionals at Cassidy Graphics bring your advertising ideas to life. Give them a call today at 302-326-2412. Again, that number is 302-326-2412. Again, Cassidy Graphics brings your advertising ideas to life.
First State Orthopedic statewide has 29 physicians at 16 locations. Our physicians and staff provide both non-surgical as well as surgical treatment for almost all orthopedic conditions and injuries. We are specially trained in the current state-of-the-art techniques. We serve as team physician and orthopedic consultant for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local recreational and competitive leagues. Our doctors are readily available to the local emergency departments as well as medical aid units and urgent care centers for consultation and treatment. Call for an appointment today or visit us at firststateortho.com.
I would always pass by Ferris on Kirkwood Highway, so I knew that they existed. We stopped in the showroom. We just clicked, like from day one. They did a total kitchen renovation for us. Ferris was so organized. They were on top of everything from day one. Always here when they said they would be, always on time, kept to the schedule. The level of comfort speaking to everyone that works at Ferris, they were just super friendly, easy to talk to. It was like they were friends, not, people coming to work on our kitchen. The room is totally transformed from what it used to look like. To have all this seating now and the big table, the bench seats, it's great. I love coming home and just walking through the laundry room into the kitchen every day. It was just a great experience. We love Ferris.
High Five Hospitality, founded in 2004 when three guys teamed up to introduce the Buffalo Wild Wings franchise to Delaware. To date, they operate 8 Buffalo Wild Wings in Delaware and Maryland. Also the Stone Balloon and Limestone Barbecue. And let's not forget Eggspectation and 5 Jersey Mikes throughout Delaware. High Five Hospitality's mission is to operate 5 brands that serve high-quality products with exceptional hospitality.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Soto Concepts. Today we're at Fish On in the Villages of 5 Points. Come check us out. Fish On is committed to serving beautiful, simple coastal cuisine in a cool atmosphere with a happening bar, spacious dining room, and outside patio. Popular dishes include the seafood stew and fresh oysters from the Raw Bar. Fish On's recently renovated event room and is the perfect spot for your next event. Fish On in Lewis in the Villages of 5 Points, open 7 days a week, best happy hour around. See you soon. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer, president of Soto Concepts, the best restaurant group in the state, and we're inviting you to come join our team. Soto Concepts is a growing hospitality company with 16 restaurants and a variety of other hospitality businesses, all located in beautiful southern Delaware. We have recently added many departments to our executive leadership team, including a training department, a property development department, and a construction department. We invite you to come live at the beach and work with a growing restaurant group with many opportunities to advance your career. Soto Concepts Restaurant Group, come check us out.
Welcome to Surf Bagel.
Surf Bagel has served the community in Delaware for over 20 years, providing fresh, hot bagels, breakfast sandwiches, lunch sandwiches, wraps, salads, local coffee and smoothies, and our iconic merch. Welcome to Surf Bagel. We're stoked to serve you.
Welcome to Surf Bagel.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Today we're at Lupo Italian Kitchen in downtown Rehoboth Beach. Come check us out. Located inside the Hotel Rehoboth, Lupo serves coastal Italian cuisine with fresh pasta made in-house daily. Lupo features plenty of unique craft cocktails and an extensive award-winning all-Italian wine list. Popular dishes include lobster bucatini, veal meatballs, grilled swordfish, and eggplant parmesan. Lupo Italian Kitchen on Rehoboth Avenue, serving happy hour daily and dinner 7 days a week. See you soon.
The things that matter most happen right in our own backyard. Our neighbors, our schools, the places we go, and the people we know. And now there's one news outlet where our story is told. Delaware Live. Locally owned community-based news. Free to every reader, because Delaware's future belongs to all of us. Quality journalism we can trust to help us take on the day. Delaware Live. Our state, our news, our home.
Back here at Smyrna High School for our first state ortho game of the week here. Henlopen Conference North action. Cape Henlopen beat Smyrna 61-44 early in the season. Smyrna trying to get the revenge on their home floor, and they lead at the half by a score of 28-13. It was a game of runs. Smyrna had an 8-0 run in the first quarter to take a 10-3 lead. Cape came back with a 7-0 run to cut it in the second quarter to a one-possession game. But then the Eagles went on a 12-0 run of their own to get that 15-point advantage at the half. Scoring in the first half for Cape, Downing with 6, Tingle with 3, Shell with 4. For Smyrna, 7 for the freshman Aaron Johnson, and all in the second quarter. 6 points for Kilgo, 2 points from White. Sullivan had 4, Jones with 3, 4 for Coleman, and 2 for Jalen Williams. And, Pat, we talked about it. I think Smyrna has definitely won the rebounding advantage in the ball game so far.
They have. I mean, they've won the physicality battle. And rebounding definitely falls in that physicality category. You know, they're the bigger team. They're the more physically imposing team. They took advantage of it there. They also were able to get out in transition. You know, Cape a little bit slow getting back off of some of these missed shots. And it's allowed, you know, the Eagles to build up this lead. And, yeah, all in all, an impressive, you know, first 2 quarters for the Smyrna Eagles.
I think another difference I noticed in the first half was when Smyrna put the pressure on in the half-court defense, they created some turnovers and easy breakaway buckets. Cape has tried to use a full-court press after a shot, and Smyrna has broken the press and gotten easy looks.
They have, and you know they've occupied space better than Cape has, and again, some of that comes with the extra year or 2 of playing, as opposed to some of these young ball handlers for the Vikings, and they know where to go with the basketball, and they get there quickly. And right now they're just beating the Vikings by half a step or a step to certain spots, and it's allowing them to get easier looks and more makeable baskets. Right now, everything's hard for the Vikings. Yeah. Everything's difficult for them offensively. We'll see if they can work the ball around offensively a little bit. Again, an adjustment. A lot of freshmen playing on the court. Yeah. This is a big jump from middle school basketball. So there's going to be those adjustment periods early in the season. You kind of saw that in the first half.
Coach Ray has 4 freshmen on his roster. Coach Mears has 1, but he also has 4 sophomores. And you could hear, I'm sure, the music in the background. It's the Regiment of Red. They did an outstanding job with the national anthem before the game. And great to have them in here in the gym. It just adds to the atmosphere of the high school basketball situation.
It really does, Glenn, and there's not a whole lot of schools that do this anymore, so it's really fun.
Good pass, getting up in the air, creating the contact, and Shell will go to the free throw line. Dover High, we'll see them here next week. Dover's band, they get the pep band out there during their basketball games. But you're right, there aren't a lot of schools that bring the bands out, and it really adds to the atmosphere in the gym.
It does. It reminds you of college. I mean, it's like watching college, hoops.
The foul was on Kilgo. That's his first. Shell missed his first free throw attempt. First time he's been to the line in the game. Second attempt on the way, and that's good. He makes 1 out of 2. He has 5 points in the ball game. 28-14, Smyrna has doubled up Cape here. And we're just underway in the third quarter. I'm Glenn Frazier. He's Pat Gariantis. Ben Fulton, our still photographer, he's in the house tonight. There's a three-point shot on the way, and it's over the backboard and out of bounds to Cape. And on our video camera, Nick Halliday. All right, Cape, an opportunity here to see if they can get something going. Smyrna doubles the ball at midcourt. Cape easily breaks that pressure.
Good spacing here. Got to be strong with the basketball.
Yeah, good hands by Smyrna. They're almost creating the tie-up.
Weren't properly spaced. Had the shooter.
Yep.
Big guy was in the way.
Tingle takes a three. Step back. It's short. And the rebound to Smyrna. Coming away with it is Sullivan. He slows things down a little bit. With a double-digit lead, Smyrna has that luxury.
Yeah. No, run your offense. Take your time.
Good strong move to the basket, up and off the window. Good by Williams. His first basket of the night. He has 2 points from the line.
Again, strong move to the rim. Jump, elevating over the defender. And you can just see the physicality advantage that the Eagles have. They're taking advantage of it.
Eagles now with a 16-point lead. We've played a minute and a half here in this third quarter.
A lot of standing around still for the Vikings, away from the action of the ball.
Tingle cross-court pass, now swinging back around the perimeter. Oh, good move, and then he lost the handle.
Yeah, one hand. There you go. Take the shot. There you go.
Baseline jump shot, and that is good. Jaden Dukes, first points of the game for him.
It was. I think Jaden was just surprised at how open he was.
Yeah.
But obviously a more than makeable shot for him.
7 different players scored for Smyrna in the first half, 4 for Cape. And now Dukes with his first points of the night. That's the 5th player to get on the scoreboard. We've got a whistle on the floor and a foul. It's against the Vikings. Looks like it's on Shell.
Yep, they call him on Shell.
That'll be his first. Both teams have committed one team foul. They try a little alley-oop action on the pass in. And then Coleman throws up a wild shot, hits the deck, and he drew the foul.
And that's going to be 2 quick ones on Shell here.
Yeah, you're right. You never want to get one of your starters in foul trouble, but when you got a player like Shell who's your leading rebounder, your leading scorer, he leads the team in field goal percentage, it's probably the one player you can ill afford.
I agree. And Coach Ray's going to trust him.
Coleman's first free throw up and in. That gives him 5 points for the game. Second one on the way, and that one's too strong. Shell with a rebound. Under 5:50 to go here in this third quarter. Tingle down into the right corner. Dukes, they swing it around the perimeter. Bounce pass down to Shell. Quickly, he's double teamed.
There's a good cut. He got to be strong with the basketball, though. That double dribble. Oh, wow.
Good pass. Can't get the shot to go by Tingle, but I tell you what, he's almost too far under the basket when he got that.
And again, I mean, you freshmen, good ideas, good concepts. They'll get to the correct spots on the floor as their career develops.
Kilgo with a tough angle jump shot. That goes in and out. And Tingle brings it up the floor. Cape looking for some offense. Cross-court pass, and that's stolen by Kilgo.
Tell you what, Kilgo just doing a good job playing safety in this one.
Jump shot at the free throw line, rattles around and goes down for Chase Sullivan.
You've seen him do that a couple times, play the passing lanes. Maybe,
6
maybe Coach
points
Judy's
for him.
here watching Kilgo, man. He may need a safety.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you're right. Good tie up that time, and that's the senior, Obi Coleman, getting the hands in there. Possession arrow in favor of Smyrna.
Replace Corey Williams out there.
Yeah.
You know?
Corey Williams, All-State
Yep.
D-back. I think I did see online where he's had some offers.
He has. Heck of a player, man.
Yeah. Smyrna with the ball, up 17 points here, which is the
what a
good
pass.
pass.
Oh,
A reverse
Tingle.
layup is no good. I think somebody got a hand on
Tingle,
that.
man. Tingle pinned it against the backboard.
And good job by him. He goes all the way down. He tried to feed it into Shell, but it was tipped away. Cape ball as we're nearing the midway point of this third quarter. Smyrna lost to Cape earlier this season by 17. Ironically, that's what Smyrna leads Cape by right now.
Yeah, it's tides have turned here for sure, Glenn.
Home court advantage. Tingle with the ball, almost tackled by Tingle, no call. Left wing three-point shot, no good. Tingle with a long rebound. Nice pass underneath, and then he was swatted away from behind with Shell, but there was contact. And I think that one was on Jalen Williams.
That should be his
Yep.
his second foul.
His second. So you remember Coach Mears thought he should have had one of the fouls earlier when they instead gave it to Coleman.
That's true.
Shell at the free throw line. Misses the first. He has 5 points in the game. Shell's second attempt is up and too strong. Tipped away by Cape. Smyrna will hold on to the basketball here.
That kind of night for Cape tonight
Yeah.
so far. Just haven't been able to put things together consistently on the offensive end. Even the free throws have been hard to come by.
Good defense by Dukes, and then the one-hander almost went down. Good try by Sullivan. Now all the way down the other end, kick out, right wing, three-point shot. No good. Shell trying to battle for the rebound with three white shirts. And then Kilgo took it down the floor. Somebody from Cape got a hand on it, and it's out off of his foot. I think that might have been the Vikings. Dukes got a hand on that ball.
Here I go. I'm just a little too sped up there. It's the pressure.
Yep.
And Aaron Johnson check it back in. He had an impressive first half, Glenn. The
He
freshman.
led the team, 7 points in that half.
Yeah, he was impressive.
Got them all in that second quarter. Now Cape resets. Coach Ray calls out the play. Top of the key. 3-point shots off the mark. And Williams right there for the rebound. 3 minutes to go in the third.
Smyrna really just in no hurry, and they shouldn't be.
Shaw with the ball over on the left wing. Now down to Coleman. Baseline move. Strong move, and somebody blocked it from behind. It was pinned between the rim and the backboard. Possession arrow in favor of Cape.
He went up for it, Glenn. He did go up for it.
Changes for the Eagles. Kilgo will get a breather. Aaron Johnson on the floor along with Chase Sullivan, Logan Shaw, Jalen Williams, and who's the fifth player out there? Coleman, he's still out there. Shell with the basketball for Cape. Kicks it back out. Just left of the top of the circle, and that three-point shot grazes the rim.
Here it is, Coach Wright. He's letting these young guys work through, the growing pains, and you got to appreciate that from a coach, especially if you're one of these young players. It's only going to give them more confidence.
Jump shot at the free throw line. It will not go. And Tingle comes away with a rebound. I've been impressed with Tingle after being out for 3 weeks, Pat. He looks pretty good out there.
He's got the physicality for sure already. He's got the body to play at this level.
Tough Tough shot there.
He's only going to improve. That's a great block.
Oh,
that's
Tingle.
wonderful timing.
Yeah. All the way down the other end, lay in, that won't go down. Rebound by the smallest kid on the floor.
Nice work, Sibbles.
Steven Sibbles, reverse layup, and that won't go for Cape.
Tough, man.
Sibbles kicks it over, a three-point shot, that's no good. Well, Cape's had some looks, they just can't get him to go.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Glenn.
Shaw all the way down the other end, his ball hits the rim
Foul.
and won't go down.
Or my Lord. Foul or travel, something there. Game's gotten sloppy again, Glenn.
Yeah, it has. We haven't had any score in a while. We're down under a minute and a half to go in the third. I would attribute some of this low scoring to the way the two teams are playing defense, but both of them have had some pretty good looks too and just can't finish.
There's a little bit of movement here offensively. It's got to keep going for Cape.
Tingle down to Shell, and that was swatted away from behind by Obi Coleman.
Nice
all alone. Good pass. And a timeout by Coach Ray because his team with 61 seconds to go in the third is now down by 19 points.
And it kind of got caught snoozing there, and it happened a few times in the first half, and it's going to happen with a young team. Again, the game sometimes can be going a little too fast, right? The jump from middle school to varsity is a big jump, and there's been a couple times they've kind of gotten lost in transition, just not understanding the importance of getting back and knowing where everyone's at on the court. And Smyrna, to their credit, has taken advantage of those, few opportunities. I mean, they probably got 6 to 8 points because of that now. So, well done by them.
Smyrna has outscored Cape 7-3 here in this third quarter, but that's it. 10 points total have been scored in the first 7 minutes of this third period. Timeout is over. And the other thing I've been impressed with tonight is Smyrna really doesn't have, I haven't seen where they lean on one guy for scoring. There's about 8 different players that have gotten the scorebook tonight, and the scoring is very spread out.
It's very true. It's very true. That they're playing as a cohesive unit, and I mean they're young as well. So, you're going to see them continue to mesh and to gel and improve over the course of this season as well.
They'll get a good measuring stick on Tuesday when we're back here and Coach Stephen Wilson's Dover Senators, the third-ranked team in the state, take this floor against Smyrna.
Oh, that'll definitely. I mean, that's going to be a significant jump up there.
That'll be an up-and-down game. We'll see some fast-paced action in that one for sure.
They're going to have to bring their lunch pail for that one. You're exactly right, Glenn.
All right. Under a minute to go here in this third, Pat. Cape trying to find some offense.
They got to move. They got to move without the basketball.
Shell had his shot partially blocked. That time it was Williams.
Good timing there from Williams. Playing fearlessly on the defensive end, even with the fouls.
Yeah. Kilgo back in the game for Smyrna. He had a little rest for about a couple of minutes there in this third quarter. There's a pass that's stolen away by Tingle. Tingle all the way down, floater, and can't get it to go, but he draws contact. He will go to the line.
Yeah, he did great timing on the wing there from Tingle to come up with the steal.
Cape 1 for 4 as a team from the free throw line. Tingle has 3 points. He nailed a three-pointer back in the second quarter. First free throw goes down for him, and that breaks a long scoring drought. I don't think they've scored for like 3.5 minutes.
And sometimes that's how you got to do it. It's got to come from the foul line. See the ball go through the hoop. Sometimes that gets you in rhythm.
Second free throw will not go down. 1 of 2 for Tingle. And the foul went against Kilgo, his second. Team's third. 14 seconds to go in this third quarter. Cross-court pass. They're doubling the ball, Cape is. Just inside the free throw line. Jump shot denied by Tingle. Run the floor with a 2-on-1. And that's it for the end of the quarter. As Smyrna extends their lead out to 18 points. 35-17. We'll be back for the fourth quarter right after these messages on Delaware Live, powered by 302 Sports.
Welcome to Surf Bagel.
Surf Bagel has served the community in Delaware for over 20 years, providing fresh, hot bagels, breakfast sandwiches, lunch sandwiches, wraps, salads, local coffee and smoothies, and our iconic merch. Welcome to Surf Bagel. We're stoked to serve you.
Welcome to Surf Bagel.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Today we're at Matt's Fish Camp in Fenwick Island, Delaware. Come check us out. Matt's Fish Camp features seafood classics, coastal comfort food, and chef-driven specials that pair perfectly with our large selection of craft ales, curated wine list, and camp cocktails. Matt's offers indoor and outdoor dining and is the perfect place to have dinner with your family, happy hour with friends, or enjoy lunch at the Raw Bar. Matt's Fish Camp in Fenwick Island, Delaware, open 7 days a week year-round. See you soon. Hi, I'm Scott.
Back here at Smyrna High, Glenn Fraser alongside Pat Gariantes. And Pat, you did the game with Nick Allison-Draney Sunday upstate between the top two teams in the state, St. E's and Salesianum. Sally's, of course, the defending state champs. St. E's got a couple of new players this year. And St. E's early on undefeated and looking pretty strong.
They are. They got a really tight, 7-8 man rotation where there's no drop off at any point. All 7-8 guys can handle the basketball. All 7 and 8 guys can defend multiple positions, and they play hard and they play with no ego. They share the ball. Right now they are the most impressive team, and obviously their record shows it. They're playing at a really high level right now. Obviously, a lot of season left. A lot of teams have an opportunity to get their things squared away and be able to compete. Obviously, Sally's is right there. It's just a matter of executing for them. But, yeah, it was a fun game.
Good turnaround back shot by the senior, Obi Coleman.
He's good in the paint. He's got the length as well.
Nice little fake just inside the arc, and making that shot is the freshman Steven Sibbles.
Nice work. Good pump fake from Sibbles. Way to dribble into that elbow jumper. That's where you're hitting during practice, so puts it up and in.
His first points of the game. And that pass a little bit too far for Kilgo and out of bounds to Cape.
And a little too far for our cameraman, Ben Fulton. He went for the reach, couldn't quite get there. May have to hit the stretch lab.
Hey, he's rubbing his arm. I think he might be slightly injured there.
Yeah, he's injured or embarrassed. That may be a bruised ego, Glenn. Not quite sure. Couldn't quite come down with that. But he's one of the best in the biz down there with the lens.
Good pass. That went from Tingle down to Shell, but Shell couldn't get a shot off. Smyrna has done a really good job doubling down on him, and they get that second defender on him real quick as soon as the pass goes in.
Well, and it's, a lot of that, too, is, Cape kind of stagnant on the offensive side of the ball when they don't have the ball in their hands. That allows that help defense to get there. If the defender has to worry about where his man is, maybe those double teams are a little bit harder to flash. And that'll happen again as the season goes on. You start to understand the importance of moving without the basketball. Right now, Cape just a little too stagnant, and it makes those double teams a little bit easier, Glenn.
Smyrna's Jalen Williams just picked up his third personal foul. We're early in the final quarter. Smyrna with a big lead. Baseline jump shot will not go down for Cape. Battle for the loose ball, and it will go to Smyrna.
Yeah, I was last touched there by Bassett.
Oz Bassett, another fine freshman, getting a lot of PT for Coach Steve Ray.
Future's bright down there for the Vikings. And these young men are getting valuable minutes early in their careers.
Jump shot at the foul line's no good, but drawing contact and going to the line will be Chase Sullivan, the sophomore. Let's see who the foul's on.
I think I'm going to call that one Sibbles. Kind of got underneath.
Waiting for it to be posted on the board. It is the young Sibbles. And at the line, Sullivan. First attempt is up and good. His first trip to the line tonight. And with this new rule, this 5-foul rule every quarter before you go to the line, unless you're in the act of shooting, we haven't seen a whole lot of free throw shooting in the game.
No, this has been a pretty clean game in terms of the fouls. Not a whole lot of fouls on either way.
Smyrna now up by 20, the biggest lead of the night, 39-19, 6:30 to go in this one. The freshman Civils with the ball.
Good
Now the
entry
pass
pass.
down underneath the shell, and he drew contact. He will get back to the line. And who's the foul on? Coleman?
Should
Wait,
be.
see if, yeah, that's his third. So he and Sullivan both, or excuse me, he and Williams both with 3 personal fouls. And at the line, Shell, and he's still just a little bit too strong with those free throw attempts.
Yeah, he struggled from the free throw line tonight. He's had some opportunities here. Just hasn't been able to find the range.
Good crowd in here tonight at Smyrna High. The student section is full. Got the regiment in red band across the gym from us. Second free throw good by Shell. And now he will get a breather. And coming in for him is Emmanuel Ortiz. And it's hard to see, but right down below us here on our second floor vantage point, stands are almost full here at Smyrna High.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a good crowd. And they're going to get a carry there.
Something you don't see called too often.
No, but it was, you're exactly right, Glenn. That one was pretty clear. So I'm glad they did call it. Oh,
Tingle.
boy.
Oh, and that's stolen.
Teleported it. Can't do that.
But the reverse layup is missed. Smyrna gets a second opportunity, going up with it with the left hand, and it's good by Sullivan.
Yeah, teleported that. Again, that's one of those passes. That's the learning curve, going from middle school basketball to varsity. That's an easy pass in middle school basketball at this level.
Oh, look at that move by the freshman.
Nice work.
Couldn't get the shot to go, but they keep it alive. Another attempt, that won't go down. Coleman runs the floor, doesn't have the numbers, takes it all the way in, and he doesn't get the friendly home rim bounce. Smyrna retains possession, but then we've got a tie up on the floor. Looks like possession arrows in favor of the Vikings.
Good hustle there from both teams.
Down to 5:50 to go in this one. Smyrna now up by 21 points over the Vikings. Big turnaround from earlier this year, back in December, when Cape won by 17 on their floor, 61-44. Oh, young Civils slipped on the floor. We have a whistle, and what's the call?
They call a timeout.
There you go. Timeout on the floor. Keep it right here with 5:41 to go on our first state ortho game of the week.
Yeah, I mean, you got 4 freshmen and a senior on the court for Cape here down a stretch of this game. Coach Ray trying to get these guys working cohesively, get them varsity minutes, and see if they can clean some stuff up here. I mean, this is again, you can see the bones, the structure of what the program's going to look like over the course of the next few years. And these are going to be the type of games that these young men are going to remember when they're juniors, seniors. Be like, hey, remember when we went to Smyrna and we lost by 20? That's not happening again.
Right.
You eventually you get your licks in as you get older, especially if you're out here competing as a freshman. That's an accomplishment in itself.
By the way, coming into this game, Cape had a 2-2 record in the conference. Smyrna with a record of 2-1. As we're getting into the time of the year now where it's a lot of conference play.
Yeah.
We'll see a lot of that the remainder of this month into February. As the regiment in red getting busy across the gym from us with that drum line. And we're ready to go coming out of the timeout. Cape basketball. Going to throw it in right down under our vantage point. Tingle. He gets it into Ortiz. And then the young Civils.
There's some
Good
movement here.
defense
Got
by
to keep
Smyrna.
moving. Got to keep moving if you're the Vikings. Got to keep moving.
Smyrna fans wanted a whistle there at the free throw line. Can't shake the defense. Now down in the right corner, the young Civils with a three-point shot. No good. And he went down.
He got hit in the face.
Three-pointer the other way. That one no good for
box
Smyrna.
out.
And we've got a holding foul on the floor called on Ortiz.
Yeah, he held him a little too much. Did a great initial box out, but as soon as that ball bounced, go get it. Go retrieve it. He kept trying to just hold Coleman away, and he got him with the arms there, the hands. Can't grab.
Wide open in the left corner. Three-point shot's good by Obi Coleman. Only the second three in the game for Smyrna.
Hey, and, they haven't needed it. They haven't needed to knock down the threes.
Now they've opened this thing up to a 24-point lead. Tingle with a turnaround jumper, tough angle. Coleman with a rebound. Well, Coach Mears told me, he said, Glenn, I've got a young team, but thank goodness I've got a senior leader in Obi Coleman, and he has led the way on the floor tonight.
Yes, he has. Oh, what a
good
pass.
A dime thrown down by the freshman Johnson. Who got the bucket? Who was the recipient?
Looked like that was Jones.
Ryan Jones.
That was a heck of a find.
And there's a whistle as bodies hit the deck. Jones now with 5 points in the game. He had that only three-pointer for Smyrna back in the first quarter until Coleman hit that one in the last few seconds.
Jones is another. I mean, he's another diaper dandy, as they used to say, as a freshman. So man can play, man.
Reaching the midway point of this fourth and final quarter, Smyrna up by 26. Coleman takes it all the way. The floater goes. But a whistle and a foul, and was it offensive?
They did. They called an offensive there on Coleman.
That'll be his fourth.
They said he expressed the elbow a little too much there.
So he's on the floor, 4:10 to go with 4 personal fouls. As Cape walks it across midcourt. Dukes out high to Tingle. They swing it over on the right wing, but Smyrna's defense right there. Trying to break him down is Downing. And now we got a foul on Smyrna as Downing hit the deck.
Good on-ball defense. And again, just tough here. Cape, not a whole lot of movement without the ball. And that creates a situation where you have to, they're relying on pick and rolls or ISO one-on-one basketball, and that's not the way you're going to beat the Eagles. I mean, the Eagles are locked in defensively. You got to try and make them move without the basketball, create driving lanes, create cutting lanes. Cape hasn't done that consistently enough tonight.
We're going to be busy next week, the Central crew. Once again, Tuesday night right back here for Dover and Smyrna. Wednesday night from Buffalo Wild Wings. Join us for our Delaware Live weekly show. We'll be up in Middletown because we're going to have the Cavaliers and the Appoquinimink Jags, because we're going to have them next Friday night at Appo. An early tip, 5 o'clock tip-off at the Appo Gym. So we're going to have the coaches and some of the players on our Delaware Live weekly show Wednesday night. Come on right around 7 o'clock, so join us for that. And, again, 2 games next week for the Central crew.
It'll be fun. It'll be a fun week of hoops. Middletown had themselves a great year last year, lost a lot of players, but have kind of replaced the talent this year.
Yeah.
And, of course, I mean, one of the best names in the state, Clyde Frazier.
Yeah.
Leading the way at the point guard over
Clyde
there.
the Glide.
That's right, man.
Yeah, of course, they had Matthews from Seaford transfer up.
There's 4 of them.
He was not only a good football player, but he's a stud on the hard floor.
Kendre and
Avion, I think.
And Avion are the 2 older ones.
So, yeah, it'd be good to see Middletown again. We saw Appo against William Penn. There's a right wing 3-point shot. Too short. Rebound, turnaround, floater, no good by Shell. Tingle keeps it alive. No good, but he'll go back to the line.
Tingle's energy levels picked up a little bit here in the second half, which is a welcome sign to see. The talent I mean, you can see it. I mean, it jumps off the screen at you. It's an adjustment.
Yep.
Any freshman that comes into the varsity level playing, especially one playing starting, there's a little bit of an adjustment period. In about February, you start to see them, settle in, kind of come into their own. The game starts to slow down a little bit for them.
Tingle converts both free throws. A 24-point lead for Smyrna with 3:24 to go in the game. The foul was called on senior Ian Joseph, who was inserted in the game. Coleman up the floor to Kilgo. Kilgo all the way down, laid it up with a right hand. Didn't get enough on that one. Cape down the other end of the floor. Right corner, three-point shot is short. Follows his own miss, but we got a traveling violation called on Trammell.
He's there for Trammell. There's some substitutions now. The Eagles going to work some guys in.
Yeah. Kilgo getting a well-deserved breather.
Makai Hernandez checking in.
Okay. Logan Shaw gets the ball to Coleman. Now let's see if Coach Mears really wants his team to hold on to the ball. Make sure you get a good look. Well, that time losing the handle on the drive in with Sullivan. He got the loose ball back, and now the ball out of bounds to the Eagles with 2:45 to go.
Yeah, these guys are still playing.
Well, this is usually a pretty good rivalry, these two. Like I said, Cape won the opener between these two by 17 back in December, and there is an errant pass that'll go out of bounds to Cape Henlopen Vikings. But tonight, Smyrna has turned the tables, and they're going to get an easy win here.
Yeah, they dominated really from about the midway part of the second quarter on. That game got down to 2.
Yeah.
Cape came out on a 7-0 run to start the second quarter to get themselves within 2, and then Smyrna just took over from there.
I think it was 15-13 at the time. Cape's only scored 9 points since then. Floater banked off the glass, no good. Coleman with a rebound. 2:15 to go. Sullivan taking his time near midcourt. Dishes it off to Logan Shaw. Right back to him. He had a foot on the line. That'll be a two-pointer. It doesn't go. Coleman hustles for the rebound. Right back to Sullivan. That three's off the mark. But a rebound inside. The bucket's good and one. And going to the line will be Makai Hernandez, who just checked in.
And his team loves it, man. That's when you know that you're a good teammate and a guy that has the respect of his peers. Chance to finish off a three-point play.
And he does it. 3 points in the game for him. We've got a stoppage of play as Smyrna really goes to the bench now. All the starters coming off the floor. Coleman, Shaw, Williams, they're all out now with under 2 minutes to go in this one. Deep down in the right corner, three-point shot on the way. That grazed the rim, no good. Running down the rebound, the Eagles. And bringing the ball up the floor is Johnson, the freshman, who had a good second quarter. Three-point shot in the corner. And the rebound goes to number 24, Trammell. Top of the circle, three-pointer attempt. No good, Smyrna with the rebound. And a few of the starters out of the game as well for Coach Ray. We're down to 1:15 and counting. Driving into the paint, shot up and around the rim and out. But contact and going to the free throw line will be Ryan Jones. That looked like one of my putts right around the hole and out.
You know, he put a little bit of English on it, but it was the wrong dialect. A little wrong dialect there. You were looking for a Scottish accent. He put a little bit of an Ireland accent on that English. And it just did not connect.
Jones at the line. He has 5 points in the game. Give him 6. I think a balanced scoring for Smyrna. You wait when we get into the post-game show. The balanced numbers are just incredible tonight for the Coach Andrew Mears' team. Now wholesale changes again for Cape. They got the remaining starters off the floor. with just 66 seconds to go. Good move. A lot of young players on both teams. Valuable playing time now for them.
Absolutely.
Jones' second attempt. A little strong. Misses. Put the rebound out to Smyrna. Three-point shot on the way, back of the rim. And the loose ball goes to Cape, and we've got a whistle and a foul. Comes with just under a minute to go in this one.
And we're going to walk the length for free throws. And this is the older Civils, Colin Civils.
Yeah. And that's 5 team fouls on Smyrna. That's the first time that we've hit the max in a quarter in the game tonight. Yep, Colin Civils at the line. First attempt on the way, and it rattles around and goes in. First points in the game for him. The senior. Second attempt is also good. Makes them both. A little bit of backcourt pressure being applied by Cape with 50 seconds to go in the game. Smyrna gets it across the timeline.
This young man's going to be good handling the basketball for Smyrna.
Tip from behind, picked up, and a shot up and good by Hernandez. So he comes off the bench here in the fourth quarter, gave him 5 points.
It's going to help the points per minute average for sure.
Yeah.
Efficiency rating is going to be through the roof.
Big time. 52-24. Smyrna has been in control of this one, as Pat said, since the tail end of the second quarter. At the free throw line is the younger Sullivan for Cape. Misses that first attempt. Steven Civils has 2 points in the game. Trying to get the third one here. And it's good. Closing in on 30 seconds to go in the ball game. Coach Mears has players on the floor now that are getting valuable playing time. Good pass inside. Oh, and he missed the layup.
It would have been again. It would have been Hernandez.
The younger Civils. Deep three-point shot on the way. It rims out. Rebound to Cape. Put back no good, but going to the free throw line will be Liam Mack, the senior.
Yeah, good work by Mack. Good positioning. Get himself to the foul line.
Stops the clock here with just under 14 seconds to go in this one. Smyrna will improve to 6-2 on the season, 3-1 in the conference. First free throw attempt is up and no good. Cape will now suffer its 5th straight defeat on the season after they opened with 3 straight wins, and will fall to 2-3 in the Henlopen North. Mack trying to get himself in the scorer book. And he missed both of them. Rebound to Smyrna with 10 seconds to go. Pass underneath, and that's too far. So Cape will get it back with about 6.5 seconds to go.
Nice win for the Eagles.
Yeah. Civils brings it across midcourt. Passes it out. Under us, and that's it. They won't get a shot off. And our final score tonight, 52-25, as Smyrna gets the win over Cape Henlopen. We'll be back to start the post-game show after these messages on Delaware Live, powered by 302 Sports.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Today we're at Matt's Fish Camp in Fenwick Island, Delaware. Come check us out. Matt's Fish Camp features seafood classics, coastal comfort food, and chef-driven specials that pair perfectly with our large selection of craft ales, curated wine list, and camp cocktails. Matt's offers indoor and outdoor dining and is the perfect place to have dinner with your family, happy hour with friends, or enjoy lunch at the Raw Bar. Matt's Fish Camp in Fenwick Island, Delaware, open 7 days a week year-round. See you soon.
Wraps, signs, banners, and promotional items that can help your business stand out from the rest. Looking for an excellent way to convey a professional image? Customized promotional products are the perfect way to target new customers, increase employee retention, and boost your brand awareness. Let the professionals at Cassidy Graphics bring your advertising ideas to life. Give them a call today at 302-326-2412. Again, that number is 302-326-2412. Again, Casty Graphics brings your advertising ideas to life.
First State Orthopedic statewide has 29 physicians at 16 locations. Our physicians and staff provide both non-surgical as well as surgical treatment for almost all orthopedic conditions and injuries. We are specially trained in the current state-of-the-art techniques. We serve as team physician and orthopedic consultant for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local recreational and competitive leagues. Our doctors are readily available to the local emergency departments as well as medical aid units and urgent care centers for consultation and treatment. Call for an appointment today or visit us at firststateortho.com.
Back here at Smyrna High School, Glenn Fraser alongside Pat Garriantes. Final score, Smyrna seeks revenge, and they get revenge on Cape. After losing by 17 earlier in the year, they come back with a big 52-25 win on their floor. Smyrna outscores Cape 10-3 in the opening quarter, 18-10 in the second to lead 28-13 at the half. Very low-scoring third quarter saw Smyrna edge the Vikings by a score of 7-4, and then they come back and outscore Cape 17-8 in the final quarter. And the biggest run in the game was a 12-0 run by Smyrna, and that was from the first to into the second quarter. Here's our final scoring in the game. Colin Sibbles for Cape got 2 points, 6 for Downing, 6 for Tingle, 2 for Dukes, 5 for Shell, and 3 for Stephen Sibbles. For Smyrna, 9 different players in the scoreboard, led by 10 points from Chase Sullivan and Obina O.B. Coleman. They both had 10. 4 for Jalen Williams, 6 for Ryan Jones, 2 for Shaw, 5 for Hernandez, all in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
2 for White, 7 for Aaron Johnson, all in the second quarter, and 6 for starting guard Kilgo. Balanced scoring for the Eagles, and they're going to need that. They are certainly going to need that Tuesday night when they come back here to take on a tough Dover team.
Yeah, it's going to be a different monster taking on the Senators for sure. But yeah, this was a good victory for this group. Again, a lot of young guys in that rotation, sophomores, freshmen. And Coach Mears is going to coach these guys up, and these are the experiences you need to have. You got to have those to build up the self-confidence, and you're going to go into a battle against Dover. So you're going to need this kind of night when you got that ahead of you. It's going to be interesting to see how they perform.
All right, Pat, we'll see you back here Tuesday night as we'll get to see Coach Stephen Wilson and the Dover Senators, our third-ranked team in our top 10 poll, take on the Smyrna Eagles. Our thanks to both coaches, Steve Ray and Andrew Mears, and the athletic director here at Smyrna, Bill Schultz, and his staff. For our broadcast crew, still photographer Ben Fulton, video by Nick Halliday. Final score, 52-25 from my broadcast partner, Pat Garriantes. I'm Glenn Fraser. Thanks for watching this live stream on Delaware Live, powered by 302 Sports.
The things that matter most happen right in our own backyard. Our neighbors, our schools, the places we go, and the people we know. And now there's one news outlet where our story is told. Delaware Live. Locally owned, community-based news. Free to every reader, because Delaware's future belongs to all of us. Quality journalism we can trust to help us take on the day. Delaware Live. Our state, our news, our home.